Hello student, this is your computer class and I am Hema. We will continue with the data abstraction. Today's topic is data abstraction in structure, revising of chapter 1 and 2. Let us start with data abstraction in structure. What is the purpose of using the structure? They have given the example of mastermind game. Let us see what is a mastermind game first. Mastermind game is a code breaking game for two players. How will you play this game? The players will have 10 different colors of beads. First player will set a puzzle by choosing any 4 color beads and arranging them in different order. Now the second player has to find from the puzzle what are the color beads they have used and in which order it is arranged. The second player has to find the puzzle. It will be a guesswork. When they start playing the game, the second player will not able to find. So the first player will give some hints to find the puzzle. Based on the hints given by the first player, the puzzle will be solved. Now see this picture how the instruction has been given. In this way, line by line, beats by beats, the instruction will be given so that he will easily able to solve the puzzle. For instance, in the game Mastermind, you must keep track of a list of 4 colors that player guesses. This can be stored in 4 separate variable color 1, 2, 3 and 4. Variable con predict can be created and the data can be taken using the list concept. So when you are using same data values, list can be used. Structure is a user defined data type that enables us to store the collection of different data type. In case of multi data type item, we can use structure instead of the list. This variation is only explained using mastermind game. Now let us see this example for structure. Class person is created with different variables. It defines the multipart object of different person. A person's first name, last name, ID and email ID. If you want to access information from the class, an object has to be created. A different detail about a person is collected. What is multipart object? In each and every column, values with different data type will be entered. So in this class person, we are not entering one person's information, we can enter more than one person information. So I think the structure is clear for you all. So this is nothing. We have different types of data type available. We have to correctly select which data type will be suitable. Suitable means based on its memory allocation. We all know in which place we will use single and multi arrays. The list and structure is also a data type. In the case of mastermind game, list data type is suitable to store the values. But in case of entering the different values of a person, structure will be suitable. So complex data can be solved. Now first and second chapter is completed. We'll have a glance over first chapter and the second chapter. Subroutines are the basic building blocks of computer program. The small set of code that performs particular task is function. Parameters are the variables in the function definition. Arguments are the values which are passed to the function definition. Parameter type, parameter without type and parameter with type. Function calling itself is called as recursive function. Interface defines what an object can do, but implementation carry out the instructions. A function or function which give the exact result. Impure function of function which will have side effects. These are the topics which we have in the first chapter. Now second chapter, data abstraction. Data abstraction provides only essential and hide other. Abstract data type is a type or object whose behavior is defined by a set of values and a set of operations. Constructors of function that build abstract data type. Selector function used to retrieve information from the data type. In a list, expressions are placed in square brackets, but in the case of tuple, it is placed in parentheses. We have abstract data type using rational numbers. I think this topic is clear. Now we'll go to exercise. Exercises, fill in the blanks, question answers. Then we have some programs. We will see those programs now. First one is, which of the following is a normal function definition and which is recursive function definition? Now from these three you have to find which is a normal function and which is a recursive function. So let is the keyword for function. If it is a normal function, after let the name of the function will be displayed. If it is a recursive function, REC will be included. See in the first one, let REC sum. So let keyword REC recursive, sum is the name of the function. So that is a recursive function. Second one, let disp is normal function. REC is not used here, so it is a normal function. Then third one is also recursive function because REC is used here. Now we'll see the next one. Next one, a statement is given from the program. Now we are going to find all these one. First is name of the function. So here the name of the function is REC. Identify the statement which tell it is a recursive function. Which is the statement? Let REC GCD. Then name of the argument variable. Argument variable is the parameters which is given after the function name. So a comma b. Statement which invoke the function recursively is GCD b a mod b. Then statement which terminate the recursive is return a. Now second chapter. In the second chapter we have a third question, part 3, third question. Identify which of the following are constructor and selector. So you know what is constructor and selector. If it is a constructor, a variable name equal to function will be given. If a name with the open bracket close bracket means that is a function. So a variable name equal to function name, that is a constructor. In the case of selector, a name, function name within the bracket parameters, argument variable will be given, that is selector. So now first one is a constructor, B is selector, C is also constructor. Sorry, C is, we have a function name within the bracket, variable name is given, so it is a selector. The next one is constructor, E is also constructor, and F is selector. The next you have is the fifth question. Identify which of the following are list, tuple and class. If it is a list, within the square brackets the values will be given. If it is a tuple, within the parenthesis the value will be given. If it is a class, within the square brackets the name of the variable will be given. See the first one, ARR square bracket 1 to 34. Second is ARR open bracket 1, 2, 34. Here square bracket, so it is a list. Here parenthesis, this is tuple. See the C question. Student square bracket, roll number, name, mark. The name of the variable, so it is a class. D is a tuple. E is a list. Then F is employee open square brackets, employee number, employee name, E salary and E address. It is a class. I think this is clear. This is for today's class. Remaining we'll see in the next class. Thank you.